Yeah.
I got to ask though, like, did you ever have any like expectation versus reality moments? Like, did you have any moments where you ran into something and thought, okay, this is not how I pictured this going?
I think I could probably just like touch on how difficult it actually is as a grassroots org to like get funding. It was very difficult at the start to fund the prize pools, and so you get in this catch-22 cycle of kind of needing prize pools to get people to play, but then needing people to play for there to be tournaments for people to want to donate to them. And like,
yeah,
understandably, people don't part with their money very easily. And there was a service we used really right up until near the end of our term on the org, called Matcherino, which is very helpful in starting out.
Yeah.
They used to do $1 codes you could use. So you display the code on stream, and people could log into the website and use the code to add $1 to the prize pool.
Yeah, I remember that.
Our main funding source for most of the events, which was
I have no idea how they made money though, because they were literally giving money away.
I think it's more of an onboarding thing. It's like you get enough people heard about it, and then they'll turn around later on and say, okay, this is something I support, I'll put money in, and then they take a cut. Like, they have a cut of that.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, though, I don't think they did.
Oh.
Because...
Wow, yeah.
I'm fairly sure the only cut that went out was to PayPal. I think. I mean, the thing was, Matcherino ended up, like, starting to offer merch and things to try and... Because clearly, I don't think they... people donated enough off their own backs to make up for all the codes they were giving out. So they had to like start going into merchandising and stuff. Like we, I think we were on a Discord with them, with like us and like a load of other orgs that used Matcherino, and they were all like, "Oh, guys, we now do like merchandise. Just send us your logo and we'll get it put on a T-shirt and made for you." But it was like, I mean, we have like Teespring and stuff that's just better. Like. Sorry guys, but we don't really have a use for it.
Yeah, that was an interesting time actually, because it was like we weren't sure whether we were going to be able to continue funding stuff, and obviously Matcherino had realized it wasn't really a very viable scheme to keep doing the codes and things. And it was a bit of a scramble to try and come up with other ways to provide value, I would say. That was an interesting time, yeah.
Yeah, especially like you say in the grassroots level. You can't exactly secure funding from things like a sponsor or anything, because you haven't got that, like, as a brand, you haven't got that same gravity that like the bigger orgs do that come on those kinds of sponsors. So you're really at the mercy of whoever's like playing or watching. And I can imagine that can be a little bit scary.
Yeah, and I mean, like, as well, like we ran what was it, like 50-60 weeklies.
Well, I'm just going to try and have a look, actually, yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm trying to type very quietly on my keyboard so it doesn't get picked up by the...
Mechanical keyboard, rise up.
No, it's just like a little membrane thing, but I just type so loudly. I just, like, smash the keys.